Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today's topic is vocabulary building skills. In this lesson, you will study definition of vocabulary, sources of vocabulary, types of vocabulary, role of context in vocabulary, steps in learning vocabulary, and benefits of vocabulary. So, what is vocabulary? Vocabulary is commonly defined as all the words known and used by a particular person. Knowing a word, however, is not as simple as merely being able to recognize or use it. A person's vocabulary is the set of words within a language that are familiar to that person. Our vocabulary usually develops with age and serves as a useful and fundamental tool for communication and acquiring knowledge. Vocabulary is the glue that holds stories, ideas, and content together, making comprehension accessible for one and all. Words are the starting point. Without words, no one can talk about people, places, or things, about actions, relations, or states. Therefore, acquiring an extensive vocabulary is one of the largest challenges in learning a new language. Moving on to the sources of vocabulary. People learn languages with words, and words come to us from various sources, like listening, reading, watching, and thinking. Listening, listen as often as you can. Reading, while reading, note difficult words. Watching, watch phonetics of native speakers. Thinking, this is very, very important for learning vocabulary. Without thinking, learning new vocabulary is not possible. Now come to the types of vocabulary. There is reading vocabulary, listening vocabulary, speaking vocabulary, and writing vocabulary. First, the reading vocabulary. A literate person's vocabulary is all the words he or she can recognize when reading. This is generally the largest type of vocabulary, simply because a reader tends to be exposed to more words by reading than by listening. Next type, listening vocabulary. A person's listening vocabulary is all the words he or she can recognize when listening to speech. People may still understand words they were not exposed to before using cues such as tone, gestures, the topic of discussion, and the social context of the conversation. Come to speaking vocabulary. A person's speaking vocabulary is all the words he or she uses in speech. It is likely to be a subset of listening vocabulary. And finally, the writing vocabulary. Words are used in various forms of writing, from formal essays to Twitter feeds. Many written words do not commonly appear in speech. Writers generally use a limited set of words when communicating. For example, if there are a number of synonyms, a writer will have his own preference as to which of them to use. He is unlikely to use technical vocabulary relating to a subject in which he has no knowledge or interest. Moving on to the role of context in vocabulary. Come to directive context first. What is directive context? This gives clues, hints, synonyms to determine an approximate word meaning in the context. Then comes the non-directive context. Non-directive context mentions the word without giving any clues to determine word meaning. Misdirective context gives clues that lead readers to false word meaning construction. Now come to the steps in learning vocabulary. First step is presenting new words, then helping yourself remember new words, and the third step is making the new words of your own. Step 1, presenting new words. How? By using visual images, using gestures and actions, using lexical relations, words in context, guessing, or by predicting, and there are other techniques as well. Then come to the step 2, helping yourself remember new words. How? By using review games, using memorizing games and activities, and learning with friends. This is also very important. Then come to the final step, by making the new words of your own through vocabulary record system or personalizing the new words. What are benefits of vocabulary? Public speaking is about word crafting. More words you know, you can express yourself in a better way. People respect the person who has hold on language and can play with words. Another benefit, you can choose your words for your speech. And we live and breathe words. Better these words be meaningful. Come to the conclusion. Word learning is definitely a complicated process that deserves attention. There are a variety of opportunities to connect words, analyze structure, understand multiple meanings, and discover words in a variety of contexts. The goal, for one, should be to build independent learning strategies that will reciprocate into reading comprehension. That's all for today. Thank you.